Hi y'all, it's Michelle, the Southern Shell, and I thought I would share with you some of the things that I actually have been doing. I have been dealing with a lot of, my fibromyalgia has been acting up. I'm having issues bending my thumb. It doesn't go any further than that, so I need to go make sure that my osteoarthritis or the degenerative joint is not getting any worse. But I have been practicing on my coloring techniques because I really wanted to get some of the ways to do faces done. So what I've done is I've been playing with different types of mediums. Now this is actually watercolor, and this is one of the first women of color that I actually did, and I think it turned out okay. I don't like the fact that, you know, being with the watercolor, it just kind of pulls up. These are the real brushes, I believe, Arteza real brush pens, so it is the watercolor pens. So here is one of my very light complected women I did, and then more of my dark complected. And I noticed that it is harder to blend with the real brush or the markers that are the water base. So I practice a lot with these. This one I did in colored pencil, and it was a little, I messed with it a little bit and played with it. And what I have learned over this process is to, you know, trust the process. These are alcohol markers, and so this is sort of practicing with shadowing. And then what I started with was a lot of the little pictures of just inspirational quotes, and I wanted to kind of see colors that go well together, and that's basically what a lot of these are. What colors kind of go together well, and you know, especially with my arthritis, trying to make sure I can stay within those lines, and it's very difficult, but I did get better, as you can see as I'm going along here. And I wanted to just continue and kind of get my colors together. Now, these are alcohol markers, but these are my glitter gel pens. So I did mix and match some of the mediums. And so we're going to get out of the color here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the others. As you can see, I've been really... This one was fun because this one is also alcohol, and I practice obviously some blending techniques and the trees and how it gets darker as you go out. And so this was fun to play with, and the more that you work with it, the better you're going to get. And trusting the process was really difficult because as you're building on it, it just doesn't look good. It just looks funky. And I think that towards the end, I was very happy with the way some of these turned out. This was one of my first faces I did with alcohol markers, the bodies and so forth, and I was really disappointed with the eyes and the ears. Well, like I said, it was the first one I did. And then I moved on and just trying to work with the colors and seeing what works for me, trying out the blending areas, blending on the flowers. This one was getting better. She looks more like one of, like an Asian descent, which I really liked the way that turned out. It had more yellow undertones. And then this one, I can see that I was building up. You can see the hair colors. I wanted to be kind of fun with them. So we have purple and blue, kind of a teal, and then the red. And the flower blending was getting more fun and easier. And this one I used a white glitter gel pen to put over her. But I think it was turning out better as well. And then this one, I think I did the face a little too dark, but I think that it turned out well overall. This one is also watercolor, the real brush water pens, and I can tell by the backs. And so I think that that turned out fairly well, considering when I look at the first ones that I've done and compare it. And this is an alcohol, and I really was disappointed in the face, and you know, just continuing to play with it. And then I start getting more comfortable with the process. And my husband laughed because as I was putting this one together, he thought it looked, he's like, man, I thought you were like creating like this clown because of the bold, and then you come back in and you blend it. And I was just really pleased with how she turned out. So I'm using many different mediums. This is crayons. This is more color pieces. Colored pencils. This is watercolor pencils. These are glitter gel pens. Glitter gel pens. This is a little bit of both. Same with, these are all alcohol with the glitter gel pens on a few different areas. Same with this one. And then back into some fashion stuff. I had fun with these, with the shadowing and the shadowing on the undergarment. I wanted to make it look like it was a gold overlay. So it has a lot of that sparkle in there. I used a Nouveau glitter pen on top of that. This one reminded me of a cupcake. It probably wasn't supposed to be, but I thought, eh. And I wasn't, there's two different kinds of alcohol markers that I've been using. I've been using a generic brand that I had gotten on Amazon, but then I've also been using my Arteza. So this is actually where I got Educational Inspiration, is where I got the fairies that I was doing. So I'll move that out of the way. So sorry. Here's another dress that I did, and these are more alcohol markers. And then I used some of the Nouveau metallic in there. And I mean, it's interesting. It's not quite what I would have liked, but I played with it. Coarse crayons, alcohol markers. This is another one that I think turned out better. I have some yellow undertones with the fall colors. I think that turned out fine. You can tell using my blending marker on the edges, because my thumb is having problems. I'm not quite as stable when I'm coloring, but I'm not giving up. More fashion, more blending. Another gown. So I just wanted to share that with you. I have been organizing my coloring mediums. So I've got these big color pencil. It's empty side. Now this actually fit all of my Arteza, and I have one for my Expert and one for my watercolor. And so as you see, I have my watercolor brush and all of my, and then at the end I have the Arteza, and then I go into my Prisma, the few Prisma that I have. And then at the back, I have a few Nouveau, and that's it. So this is a really big pencil holder, And I have the same one for my expert pencils. And so I'm really, really pleased with the way those turned out. Now guys, if you'd like to see how I store any of my other items, just holler at me. I would love to share. But I did want to share with you what I've been doing and how I've progressed. I'm really happy with, being able to move forward and, just knowing that practice is key. So it is definitely important that if you want to get better at something, if you want to get better at colored pencils, watch some colored pencil videos, go ahead and just practice. Now, all of these coloring pages I got off of Etsy. So I'm really pleased with going from, you can see the differences in the faces here. I mean, this is just real blotchy, and the shading is just blotchy. It's okay, it's practice, but then I go to this. So practice, and get used to the colors and how they blend. And I've done different swatches, and I will share those with you. Okay, so that I know what colors I'm dealing with, I went ahead and created this swatch page. And the first section I have right here is my alcohol markers. I have it taller so I know when each section is changing. I have my Arteza Everblend. And then with that, I go into my specialty ones. This is the tropical tones. Gives me the name, the number, and then I have an area to put the color down. And then I have some blending techniques with some colors. So whether I'm doing hair or fish or flowers, I know which ones I have to create that look I've done. And then this is the skin tones. And then I created some circle ones so that I know what are my base, my mediums, my darks, and my blush types of tones. These are my landscapes, and then the flora tones, and then some different blending colors for different flowers or whatever, and then for leaves, you can tell just I've gotten better as I get done and come on down. And then the Sanjoki and the KK. And because they're two different brands, they have the same numbers. And so I wanted to go ahead and, number them, because these are the numbers on them and they have the same exact name. And so I put the Sanjoki on one side and the Kaikai, I don't know, on the other side. And so I know that if I want a certain color, like number 23, these are different. Number 24, they're different. But I can look and say, okay, I can use this as a flesh tone. I can use, you can do different hair colors if I wanted to have one more orange. You know which ones to use. And then I have some skin tone blends using those markers. And I can tell that, they don't blend quite as well as the Arteza, but they don't do so bad. Trust the process. And then here's some of the bigger numbers. And some of the grays. Your blue grays, your cool grays, your warm grays, your green grays. And then these are the spectrum ones that I have. And so I can continue going on through my Nouveaux, the Fireflies, and then I have my water-based. So I have the GJ Quills, water-based marker. I have my Sioux Color water-based marker. That means they're kind of like your felt tip, like these. And they're water-based, but they're not a water brush. And then I have my watercolor markers. Now here's my Arteza, all my real brush pens and the swatches for those. And then I have some Nouveau ones. And then my color pencils. These are my Arteza watercolor, with water, without water. I really want to redo this one because I just don't like the way it looks, but it's all good. My Prisma watercolor pencils. Once again, half without water, half with. My Arteza colored pencils, expert color pencils, all their swatches. And then some more blending with colored pencils, the Arteza. So you can kind of see what you're getting here. And here's some more. And then I was trying to make some skin tones with that. It's just a little more difficult for me with the color pencils, but practice, practice. So that is one of them I need to practice more on. Once again, the medium color, and then my Prisma watercolor. Did another one of those. I'm not sure which one I like better. I'll probably type it up on my tablet and print it out. And more of the watercolor pencils. So, and then crayons. I have some silky gel crayons here. I have another one I need to get swatched. And then this is regular crayons. This is your 120 box. This is your colors of the world, so your skin tones. Your confetti ones, where they change colors. Your glitter ones, where they have specks of glitter. Your metallic ones. Your neon ones. Your pearl ones. Your theme names, these are the colors of kindness. It's theme name and their colors. And then my felt markers. So I just wrote them. And these are more of what I would use for journaling. My journaling felt pens. And then metallic markers that I have, Shuttle Art, Sunshine, and then I have gel and glitter pens. So you can see. And then I have my calligraphy ones, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going to be the best way for me to swatch my calligraphy, because I want to do the type of chisel that they have as well as their colors. So it has the name, Creative Memories. My Creative Memories are still going strong, guys, and that company's been out of business for a while. The Zig. And then I have just my extra swatch blanks, the ones that I actually created here. Colored pencils, so I can start blending. Alcohol markers, real brush. Practice, practice, practice. Birds, color. Do the hair and the skin tones. So these are, I had gotten this one off of Etsy. The ones that have the little tricolor circle up there. So I want to continue practicing with those. More color blends for your colored pencils. You can choose your colors here. More colored pencils. And any blank crayons that you may have. So I think that's it, guys. I just wanted to share with you how I get my colors all swatched out. And so when I'm working, if I'm working with Arteza, I just have my Arteza page up, and then I pull it right to here. And I have my coloring book that I've created here. Grab one. So I created this. And I have this here with my page open. There we go. And I have something behind it so that I won't go and bleed onto my next page. And so now I can flip this one back and forth and say, what color do I want to use for my hummingbird or for my hair? What kind of skin tones do I want to work with today? And so I can look here and decide, and then pull those colors, and then have everything ready to go. So I've just created these this weekend, and I figured it was easier than me having them in different containers, trying to find a picture to do. So I have, I used my cinch to do this. And of course I used my my planner punch to do these, my Happy Planner, or the ARC system. You can do that as well. That is from, I think, Staples or Office Max. I'm not sure. But guys, thank you so much for joining me and seeing the way that I have started gathering my supplies. I've created different books. So this, just for fun, has the mermaids and the gnomes in it. So I'll be able to work on that and have everything in one spot. So now I know where everything's at, and I'm not trying to keep them in order. The fashion is going to be also the dresses, and then the fashion police over here. And I have one more, the inspirational one. So that's it. That's what I've been up to. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful for every moment that you spend with me. I hope that this gives you inspiration on how to store your coloring items. If you want any more instruction or storage ideas, just holler at me and I will do what I can to get those out to you. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so by hitting that subscribe button, a thumbs up, and if you want to know when I'm uploading a new video, hit that bell notification and YouTube should notify you when I'm uploading. As always, guys, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.